Hi everyone, it's Kelly and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you could stop by today. And today I'm going to be sharing with you how I created this beautiful cherry blossom spring themed card. And it was a lot of fun to create and it came out just as I had envisioned that it would. And to create this, I used the Altenew Under the Cherry Blossom Tree stamp and matching die. And I also used some inks, some glue, and a little bit of vellum along with this background die. And it just came out as I hoped that it would. And I love the little cherry blossoms. That is actually something I would love to see in person one day. It's actually on my bucket list to see them in Japan or at least in East Asia, but I'm pretty sure that won't happen. So what I'm going to aim for is perhaps Washington, D.C. And I did have a friend tell me that she saw them in Nashville. So maybe Tennessee is the approach that I'll have to take. So to create this beautiful cherry blossom branch, I actually only used just a couple of the stamps in the set. And again, it's the Under the Cherry Blossom Tree. And I used this big, large branch here, and I paired it with the cherry blossom outline. And I think, oh, the birdie. And the other one was the You're My Favorite stamp. Okay, so that is all die cut out and it turned out super cute. I just love this beautiful branch and the pink cherry blossoms. And I did end up going with the picked raspberry and the kitsch flamingo. And the reason why I alternated back and forth is the kitsch flamingo was a gorgeous color pink, but I was trying to get a little bit of a variance from small little speckles of a darker pink. So combined together, I think they came out just beautiful. And all the foam is already on the back of that, as well as the sentiment and the sweet little birdie. So now we get to assemble. And this panel is just going to be glued right onto the top of the cardstock base. I considered for a minute or two maybe popping it up, but because it is such a close border to the one beneath it, the pink cardstock frame, it's a little harder to pop it up, then it ends up being off to one side or a little bit wonky. So I decided to just go ahead and just adhesive this one down. And now for the fun part, the vellum. This is always a little bit tricky for me. And what I like to do is the trick that many of the card makers do, is I add a little bit here and I get it just tacky. And that's why we have the chamois close by, and not exactly wet, but just like a little bit sticky. And then I just run this along the edge. And that way you don't have any of the glue showing through, which happens sometimes if you get too much glue on the vellum, you can see it. And I'm hoping this one we won't. But you do have to act quick because this is hardly any glue. It dries very fast. And I think I'm going to do this a little bit off-centered and set it around here and leave room at the bottom for the sentiment. It looks like it's going to be pretty good. And it slipped, so let's put that there and give it a little bit of a weight. Maybe this one. And while we're waiting on that, I'll go ahead and take off this and have that ready. I'm using a little bit of a different sentiment on this one. This one says, "You are my favorite." It's nice to have a variety of the cards. And whenever I try to do a duplicate, I try to switch it up just a little bit. Okay, so this one, I'm going to have it flush to the side. Oh, this is coming out so cute. And that goes there. And this little birdie is going to be on the branch. And this was colored with Copic markers. Oops. All right. He's going to go right about there. I love these colors together. Yellow and pink remind me so much of spring. And at Christmas time, I love using brown and pink with red. I think that's just such an elegant combination. And the sentiment is going to go somewhere around here. Make sure that's straight. And there you go. A sweet little cherry blossom birdie card. And that is my completed card. And I'm really super tickled with how this turned out. And it was simple enough to make where you could do multiples of this. I think my next card, I'm going to try this in a variety of different colors. I'm envisioning this, how beautiful it would be also with maybe peach flowers or even bright yellow or lavender. It's just a wonderful reminder that spring is almost here.